why you decided to be a VA, and you also share your experience when you were working with work from office too.
When motivation is not there, discipline must be there.
I say that more of the mindset challenge you say.
What do you think is gonna be the future of this setup?
So, hey, HR Unscripted family, here is Deepika, the HR Unscripted, and today we are diving into a topic that's close to home. Yeah, quite literally, because we are talking about the realities of work from home. And joining us today is one of the amazing team member who has been working on work from home since she has joined, and she has decided also to work as a VA. So, making it to work in ways you wouldn't believe. So, without further ado, I want to call Bea to share her experience. So, Bea, uh,
Hi, am I seeing? Are you seeing me?
yes, definitely, we can
Hi,
we can see you.
and welcome to all of your. I'm saying hi to all of your viewers. So hello, everyone.
Thank you so much, Bea. So, Bea, I would like you to share your experience first. Is that why you decided to be a VA, and you also share your experience when you were working with work from office too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when the pandemic happened, this is all where working from home really started. And when I stopped with the operations of my own business, I, I had the idea of, why shouldn't I start working from home as well? So that's when the the remote work opened up for me, and I can say that it has been a journey. I started in 2020 during the pandemic, so it has been 4 years that I'm doing this, and it has been a journey. So many things that had happened in the last 4 years.
Definitely. So, can you please tell us about what were some of your initial hurdles, like when you encountered when the first transition to work from home, and also to share us how did those challenges evolve as the time went on? And I really know that it hasn't been so easy for you, but I think you have definitely found some unique solution to that.
Yes, okay. So hurdles, I wouldn't say that there's major ones. Maybe just applying for work, applying for different job postings, things like that. How do you really transition from how to prepare yourself? I think those are the things. But when I got, my first client, it's more on really learning what the job, learning on the job, I would say. So not much hurdles of that. But one of the things I think, and your viewers can relate on this also, is that when the power is out or when the internet is out, so those are the things that would stop you from working. But I would say that the the tips, or the things that I was able to overcome these hurdles are, okay, so if the power is out, you should have a power bank, or these big batteries now that they do in the Philippines. There's some power outages in some areas also. So yeah, and then the internet, I always have my phone. As long as my phone would not get out of data, or the same, it does have internet. So I would tether my computer in there, so the work still continues, right? So yeah, but when all else fail, I would go out of the house, and when I really have a project that I need to finish, I would go out and go to a co-working space, which I have done before, especially during the typhoon season. That it typically happens.
And I think where the most common dialogue that we ever said on the virtual meetings, hey, you are on mute. Hey, your internet is not well. We are
Yeah.
not able to hear you and like that stuff. So these all are the hurdles that you do, right?
Yes, yes. So if your internet is slow, things like that. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, like work from office and work from home. When you work from office, we definitely talk about the productivity, right? Like people are more productive when they are work from office earlier, and now this scenario has totally changed, right? So, what
Mhm.
outcomes have surprised you? Were there any positive change or any unexpected benefits that came from working remotely? So, we'd love to hear your experience on that.
Benefits, of course, the convenience will be the number one thing. You can, um, right now I'm polished. I have my kind of like a good shirt on, but on a normal day, in my house shirt and some normal house clothes. So number one, I think what the most benefit that many of us have are enjoying is that there's no commuting, going to work. You don't need to wake up extra early to be able to fix yourself, do your breakfast and all that, because in work from home, it's like literally when you just woke up, you can go and log in and start working, right? So I think that's one thing, the convenience. And I know a lot of mothers, and we have one mother um in our team, Miha. So I think she is really seeing the benefit of this one. Speaking for her right now, is she's able to be there for her son. So I think that's one thing also. So many benefits, of course, with working from home. Yeah, those are the things.
Definitely, like it's come with lot of perks. I think working from home give you more flexibility, and definitely one thing that I have noticed is benefit of work from home is that I am being very consistent on my health, like going to the gym, taking time for your gym and your extra activities. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's also a lot of benefits adds up.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I would like to talk about that. Like lot of employees, even right now, not only we, but lot of people are who might be struggling with the work from home setup. So, what advice would you give them, and any tips or tricks that have helped you stay motivated and connected with the team?
All right. So I think being work from home, you're alone. Like right now, I'm in my office. There's nobody here. So typically you get really isolated. And one of the things that we would try before is that, we would set a specific time for the team to just have our chit chat time, like asking, questions on each other, not work related at all. So those are the things that that makes you feel that you are part of a team, and you are, really working with people. So that's one thing, and I enjoy that very much, with the other team members. Also, like, to make me feel motivated, I don't think every day we are motivated, so there are times when you feel like oh, you dread working, it's the same thing every day. But I think what keeps me going is that um I need to show up, for myself and for the company that I'm working for. So when motivation is not there, discipline must be there. So, at the end of the day, this is our job and we are responsible for it. So, yeah. So I think aside from the motivation, the discipline must be there.
Great, great. Okay, and let's not talk about the one of the most overrated topic is that communication is the hurdle in the work from home office. So,
Mm-hmm.
how has remote worker affected your interaction with the colleague and managers? Because you have been started working here as a remote person, right? So, there
Mm-hmm.
have been any communication challenges? What are the tips that you will give to my viewers to overcome them? So, what's are your take on the all the virtual meetings and how we can make it more effective or not less training to do it? So please share your secret sauce with my viewers.
Well, the thing that have been effective, I would say, that I don't think it's a secret, but I will share it. is that one of the things, onboarding in Nirogam from the beginning, I have seen how the meetings have changed. So the most effective one so far that we are doing is to have the agenda shared before the meeting itself. So everyone would be prepared, so at least everyone have an idea what we're gonna talk about. And it have made our AHM, which before lasted hours, to maybe like an hour, and it depends on us if we prolong it or not.
Yes.
But definitely so far that has been the most effective one. Share the agenda before the meeting.
Great, great. So now, do you have any question for me?
Yes, I do. Now it's my turn to ask you questions. Okay. So, as the HR of Nirogam, right? So I have my questions here. So,
Okay.
how is the traditional HR that you were doing before, now that everything had shifted to technically digital and virtual?
Okay. As you all already know that this is my first job. Like Nirogam is the job where I started my career. But before that, I had an internship experience. There, I have followed the traditional process. Okay.
Hmm.
So traditional process I talk about, they hire through the document, making a full soft copy of all the things, and sorry, hard copy of all the things, and putting all documents at one place. But when like here I started, I joined in COVID itself, so there has been
Mm.
not much very challenges. The one challenge is that I have been into the interview process like physical one. I have never adapted myself to giving interview like virtually, right? I had my all the interviews physically with the team. Even all the processes that I had with the initial companies were all physical. So I think this was I say that more of the mindset challenge, you say, because there is nothing that you can manage and not manage on the digital space, because
Mm.
all of the things definitely you are going to put a data back, right? Earlier we used to do it in the soft, like a hard copy of printing the documents and setting it up.
Mm.
Now we
Mm.
are using the shift is that from paper to G drive or the
Mhm.
cloud, right, that we are putting. So my challenges, definitely I face lot of challenges in setting up those mindset first, like a mindset of getting into that, interviewing people online. First I started with the phone, because video is really is a much bigger deal, right? Nobody, most of the team are very difficult in facing the camera and showing your face to the people. Like
Mhm.
physical it's different, and virtual it's really different, and that's the most important challenge. Even the interview that are coming, right? So that was also one challenge. If I talk about, I think digital make your work easy, like work from home make your work easy, because you have all the data available across you just need to find it, streamline it, and make it a good deal. That's it. So it really the challenge of your mindset, that how you are preparing yourself, sifting the things. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So even in your onboarding and all of that, you have those things like to actually interview people in the camera. Yeah. So all right. Because before, I think also interviewing people in virtual
Mhm.
is less nerve wracking or nervousness when
Yes.
it comes to actually physically interviewing the person. That just for me, I would say virtual interview is better.
Yes.
All right,
I'm also finding that.
right. So now, can you talk about how Neurogam is addressing what we were trying to say earlier about people isolation or people getting burned out? So I know how you address it, but I want you to share to the people how you do it.
Great, great. So I think it started. We started listening to our employees, like when we started this virtual office and all of those stuff. Now, earlier I used to also work at 11 in the night. Like I don't know how to manage my home stuff, because you have a family to also take care of, and you have a work to also take care of. So the burnout happen when you are not managing it, right? You are not streamlining the work and the ways. So we really set lot of things to improve that burnout. First, defining the clear work hour policy, that you have a 9 hour to work. Please don't make it 10 or 11 or 12 in the night. So I first applied on myself what are the challenges that I have, laid it down, written it down, and then we come up with the strategies to do. You know what, we have made a policy also of late out. If you are check out half an hour late, then your salary will get deducted. So definitely you will finish your work on the time, because your salary will get deducted. Although we don't deduct it, we'll give it back to you, you know it. So but we made that policy very strict. Like, you can't come late. If you are like other people, what they do, you can't come late but you can go late now, right? So in my internship I was like that. I have to come at 8:30, but when you are going, it's on your manager, right? So we change those policies and make it a policy of that if you are going late, then the salary will get deducted. So we change that. Then also in between, because when we are working and work from home, you know, you come up with lot of physical problems, like sitting too long on a chair, and lot of those things. So we encourage people to start taking break. If you have a meeting, just take a 5-minute break in between, just roam around, have a sip of water, and then come fresh. So this is what we suggested our team member. And also we started, because you are virtually, in physical what you do, hey, hi, how are you, good morning, and like that stuff when you are coming into your office. So what we earlier used to do is that morning huddles, we'll have a 15 or 20 minute of sessions with all of the team member, when we are asking how they are, and also starting with something motivational like a video or a funny video to start with. We earlier used to do that, a morning huddles call. And also then the last thing that I would like to talk about, give flexibility, because in work from home, flexibility really matters. So these all are all of the steps that we took care to just to make Nirogam not very draining. People are drained from their work, very burnout. So really we set up these rules in our company.
Yeah, right. And also, I want to share some things that I really enjoy that you do. Is that we also have our mental health provider. So those
Yes.
are things, you know. So a lot of activities happening in there, and your much needed stop. You know, because for ourselves, we don't know when to stop. You know, sometimes the boundaries are not there because you are working from home. So you don't know when to stop and rest your eyes or your mind for a little bit. You're always on your computer. And those breaks are really good.
And
And
also we do have a lot of activities today. Also we do have an activity of art. So I think
yeah.
these all activity also help people to connect more, and also enjoy funnier activities also help.
Yes, yes, actually, to really have that break, of monotony from really being so focused on what you are doing, what you're working on.
Definitely.
All right, thanks for that. And we do have a lot more. I think we also have our own personal trainings that we conduct, things like that. So a lot of things going on, especially previously. We slowed down a little bit
Yeah.
this I would say. All right. So now my last question, Deepika, is like now that we are I think many, if not half of the employees are working from home. Only in the operations team are the ones in the office. How do you see this moving forward? Is work from home going to stay, not just in Irogam, but as a trend to all of the companies all over the world? What do you think is gonna be the future of this setup?
Okay, so first I'll talk about Nirogam definitely. So moving forward, it will be a personal choice, right? Let's suppose we are hiring from different cities or a different country, right? Then definitely the work from home will be the best option for them. But
Right.
but definitely when you are hiring, when you are making your process or strategies, that's about in recruitment. You decide that this profile will be a hybrid or this will be a work from home, or this will be a work from office setup, because that strategy is defined. Let's suppose like operation team you are talking about. We do have a three member, right? Two are coming to office and one is on the hybrid model, right? Work from home. She's coming from sometimes to the office, seeing the operations and like that stuff. So it's really depends for the company that what their processes are. And to talk about, I already made one video on that already has been live on the channel. That what are the strategies that one need to take care in deciding whether you have to go work from home, whether you have to work from office or the hybrid model. What are the three main elements? So just give you the crust of it. I define the three things: how you will, how your team will be effective when you are working from anywhere, from office or home or hybrid, and what your staffing needs. What are the needs of that? And the third thing is main thing is that how you're defining the culture. So I think I talked very much about these three in my latest video. Go and watch everybody. And for Nirogam, definitely we'll move ahead that how the nature of the work come up. Like if it's really required a work from office, we will do work from office because we do have all the setups. And if it's the job really required the not required the presence of an employee in the office, then definitely work from home. So that's it.
Great. So I guess it's really varies depending on the need of the company and the position that you are hiring for.
Yes.
All right. So those are all my questions. Thanks for answering.
Thank you so much. So looking ahead, I do also have one question for you. Do you see yourself continuing to work remotely in the future? And what would be your work setup, like moving forward, fully remote, hybrid, or back in the office?
I think based on the life and the goals that I have right now, I would really move forward with work from home because um, I have a daughter, I have a husband that I that are needing me from with the set with this kind of setup. So I think that this works well with me. I can never say that I might not change my mind or things will not change, but for right now, I would say that this is my pathway moving forward.
Definitely we can't predict that whether we will be working from home or office. It's truly depend on the nature of the work that we are performing, I think.
Yeah.
So people don't have to make a trend like that. Oh, I will decide that I'll be working from home for like a longer period or like that. It's not. It's actually the nature or the goal that you have set for yourself and how you are fulfilling that too.
Yes, and your responsibility with your job because for us, like for me, I am in the digital marketing. So definitely I can do the work remotely. But for the people that are working in the operations, of course, they have to be in the office. So I think the nature of the job requires whether or not you can do work from home or not.
Okay, so Bea, as we have not done any fun elements, so I would have some questions like for you. So can we start off with that?
Okay. All right, go.
Okay, we'll go very fast. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm starting with my first question. And it will be a series of questions. You need to start very like fast. Choose one. Okay, from that. Okay, so your morning routine: coffee or a tea to start your day?
Coffee.
Workspace, desk or couch?
What's that?
Workspace, your desk or couch?
Desk.
Okay. Dress code, pajamas all the day or dress to impress?
Pajamas.
Okay, what's the background noise? Music, podcast, or any complete silence?
Silence.
Break time, a quick wall outside, or the social media scroll?
Social media.
Okay, how do you prefer video calls? Camera on or off?
On.
Cool. Work from home snacks, healthy snacks or a guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure.
Who is your work buddy? Do you have a pet or your daughter or your husband?
I do have a pet. I have a dog who goes here in the office and just chills with me.
Cool. How do you like your lunch break? Like with homemade food or a delivery?
Homemade.
Okay, so end of the day, what do you do? You close your laptop on a time, or you work really late?
I close it.
Great. What is the biggest distraction? TV, kids, or the fridge? Like the food in your fridge.
I think phone, not in the thing. But if I would choose one, I would say kids.
Okay. What is your meeting preference? Early morning or a late?
Early morning.
Cool. So these all are my questions, and I got to know about your preferences too. So
Yeah.
thank you, Bea, for sharing so much your journey with us, and your like what are the tips and tricks that you shared. I hope that our audience will like it. So thank you so much, Bea, for coming. Any final word from?
All right. So I would say that work from home is something that we all didn't know would exist
Yes.
in
True.
this time and age, but because of certain things that had happened unforeseen, like COVID, it is here now, and everyone, not everyone, but a lot of us are enjoying it. So I think what I can say is that change sometimes pushes us to discovering new ways of working, or whatever it is, the new ways when change happens. So I think be able to we all have to be able to adapt to change, whether you're an employee or you're a company that needs to adapt to the ever changing environment of work and having a business. So that's it. Stay resilient and stay adaptive to adapt. The changes that is happening in the workforce, and in our professional lives.
You need to be you need to be ready for all the changes, right? Because
Yes.
that's the one way that you can be more resilient towards everything that's coming up.
Yes, and even if you're not ready, at least that willingness to adjust.
Just true, and not only to this is not only for the employees but to the organization too, that they also need to adapt to the changes that's what's coming.
Definitely. It
Great.
goes both.
Great. So, and to our viewers, I would like to now please share in your comment box that what challenges have you faced with work from home or office or hybrid model, and how have you overcome them? So, drop your stories in the comment below. And if you have found this conversation helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more HR Unscripted insights. Thank you. Signing off here, Bea and Deepika. Bye bye.